Hey guys, welcome back to Reserved Investments on YouTube. I am here speaking the truth about the antiques and collectibles trade and trying to teach the fundamentals that go into these markets over the short term and or the long term. Now we do have a record-breaking sale to talk about today, and that is an Incredible Hulk 181 in Cgc 9.4 condition. Not 9.6, not 9.8. 9.4 condition. This book recently sold on Comic Link for over $21,000 at present time. Now, this makes this particular sale historic. Now, looking back, if you guys use GP analysis to chart the value of CGC graded comic books, and to be fair, I don't think Comic Link reports in to GP analysis, but overall, Heritage Auctions does, a lot of your hardcore dealers do. So it does give a validity to a lot of these prices over a short time period or a long time period if you are tracking the sale and the price of CGC graded comic books. Now, what's interesting, if we look at Incredible Hulk 181 in Cgc 9.4, you're going to see that back on December, towards the end of December, this book reached a high price of $10,000. That was literally just several months ago. A book, a Cgc 9.4 Incredible Hulk 181, was then later sold literally a couple of weeks later in the mid of January of 2021, and the high sale was $15,600. So now, literally, roughly 6 weeks later, this book sells again for over $21,000. Now, let me ask all of you guys out there if you honestly think those prices are sustainable. This is what I am talking about when I try to talk sense into you guys about how these markets work and what's happening in these markets right now. Something is going on in the market for Incredible Hulk 181, and it has more to do with market manipulation, in my opinion, than that of organic demand. Now, to be fair, we will know in a couple of years if this price holds. If we go and check GP analysis, or we look at auction results literally 2 years, 3 years from now, and we see that an Incredible Hulk 181 in Cgc 9.4 is routinely selling for $20,000 to $30,000, okay, that's a sign that the market is accepting that new price point, and as a result, collectors, speculators, and investors all have to adjust. And if you do want to buy an Incredible Hulk 181, even in Cgc 9.4, you're going to have to pay up for it at that particular time. But overall, it's going to be curious to see how a lot of these markets play out. You know, a lot of you guys came to me in my video where I started talking about Marvel Universe trading cards. And I still get comments on my channel to this very day. Sean, you don't understand. The supply of PSA 10 cards is extremely low. Again, you are looking at one side of the equation from an economic standpoint. You still have to be able to analyze demand over the short term and the long term. If people start aging and they go, hey, remember that time frame around 2020, 2021 where we were all paying premiums for PSA 10 Marvel Universe trading cards? Well, that was kind of stupid. Look at the market now. There is no organic demand really for that particular collectible. As a result, prices could potentially fall. It's the same thing with a lot of these vintage comic books. You know, I'm very glad I actually have an Incredible Hulk 181 Cgc 9.4 in my collection, literally locked in storage at this particular moment. I am honestly tempted to sell the book, but part of me is also curious to see, is it going to go even higher? So I play the speculation game with you guys too. I get like that in some of these investments. But overall, I'm very concerned over some of the prices that some of these asset classes are achieving, especially in the year 2021, where we have all the fear mongering out there, where the economy is not doing well. It's just being propped up by the government, by printing money, by the overall stock market and a couple of wealthy investors. And then we also have the collectibles marketplace that is now being seen as another safe haven asset class for a lot of people to park their money over the short term or over the long term. In my opinion, I hope the people coming into this market are at least parking their money here long term. Because if we have a lot of people that are coming into this market and they're only parking their money here for a short period of time, at some point, that money is going to pull out of these markets. And some of these markets are going to correct 10, 20, 30, 40% on average. You know, we're seeing massive price appreciation, not only in comic books, but we have trading cards, even coins, currency. Some of these other markets on the antique side of the trade are also flying at all-time highs. Just go look at the contemporary art market right now. It's insane. Now this, to me, is time to be a little bit cautious and just understand, if you are in the market for an Incredible Hulk 181 and you want to get it in Cgc 9.2, 9.4, or if you're lucky enough you want to buy it 9.6, 9.8 grade, I would honestly tell you to wait and see how this plays out over the next 6 months or over the next year, just to see where this price trajectory goes. Meaning, are these prices trending up? Are they going to trend up and then come down 10 to 20, 30%? That may be the time to buy when there is an auto correction in this market. But I know if you were a client of mine in the antiques and collectibles trade, I would not be telling you to go after an Incredible Hulk 181 right now, especially in 9.4 condition, because that's really the grade that seems to be susceptible to this market trend. Now, to be fair, if a 9.4 is selling for over $21,000, obviously the prices of 9.6s, 9.8s, and even 9.2s have all gone up across the board, because this sale is going to be used to justify those particular sale prices. So you really have to use caution if you are getting into this market at this particular time frame. I also want to add that just because there is a high demand for this book right now does not mean that that demand is going to continue indefinitely. Yes, I know Incredible Hulk 181 is the key issue of the Bronze Age. It's the first full appearance of Wolverine. I get it. But just use caution if you are going after something like this at present time. I would honestly tell you, if you have one of these to sell, now may be a good time. If you do want to liquidate that particular book, you're probably going to get a very high price in the market in the year 2021. And I'm sorry, guys, because I know a lot of you are looking just to add this book to your collection just because you want to own the comic and you do like Wolverine as a character. Now is probably not the best time to do that, in my opinion. Hope you enjoyed this video. More content's coming. Thank you for watching. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. Have a great night.